How hard is it to catch 5 tournament caliber bass with no help, no practice on a public body of water? Let's find out.
Oh yeah, here we go, guys. Hey, what a way to start off this catch 15 challenge. Good fish right there. He just ate that flat-sided crankbait, y'all. Hey, the exciting thing about today is I'm not just fishing a lake that I haven't fished much in the past couple years. I've only been on it 3 times, I think, in the last 3 years. But I'm fishing a part of the lake I've not been to, I think, in 7 to 8 years. Fish weighed 202 right there. Like I said, not a bad way to start the day. Welcome back to Bass Fishing Declassified. Today we're going to bring y'all a catch 15, the first catch 15 on the channel, and the first one I have filmed in a while. I'm excited about it. I just caught that fish on that little rock transition you see behind me. I'm right here on a channel swing bank way up the river, and today I am fishing Lake DeGray, which is in central Arkansas near Hot Springs. I've grew up fishing this lake, but I've not been out here and fished even this section, y'all, in about 7, 8 years maybe. The water visibility, man, is probably 1 to 2 feet. Looks pretty stained and maybe muddy. We had a rain a couple days ago, and actually we've had more rain in the last 2 weeks than we did in probably 2 months. It's cold. It was 28 degrees when I launched the boat. Water temperature is 52 degrees. I don't see it getting above 52, 53. Like I said, we are in post-frontal conditions, and like I said, we're gonna go up here and see if we can go power fish, catching fish on crankbaits. But like I said, I got a lot of stuff rigged up. We got the hook in the boat. There we go. I thought it was bigger than that. Good fish right there. Old lipless crankbait fish, man. We're on to something right here, guys. Pretty fish. Gonna be probably 2.5 pound fish. I'm gonna weigh it real quick. 2229, y'all. 2229. Now, hey, one interesting thing. I'm gonna let this fish go real quick, okay? I just caught another one right here, and I missed 2 down the way. Let me let this fish go and tell y'all what's going on here. So the reason, guys, that I came in the back of this creek is because of the deep dive app that I checked this morning told me to actually, with the conditions that we had, to come in the middle to back half. And I was surprised because I kind of thought we could catch some fish out there on the main lake, and we did. But after that fog lifted, I came back here, and man, I've had 4 bites in 30 minutes. So just like I say, if you've not heard about the deep dive app, actually the video today is sponsored by the deep dive app. Go check it out on your app store. Man, it is an app that will help you kind of get your day started on any lake, any type bodies of water. It is backed by tournament data. Johnny is and other app and creators are behind it, but Johnny, I know, has done a big part with the data and putting this thing together for y'all. Like I said, hey, go give it a shot. Download today on the app store. Stay down. Stay down. Stay down. We're gonna have to go get you. We're gonna have to go get you. Woo! Yeah! Boom! Yo, I love fishing this time of year. Like I said, it is, I don't know what it is right now. It's probably 35 degrees, windy post front. And hey, that dude ate the lipless crankbait. Woo-hoo-hoo! Yes. Yes. Oh, we're on to something right here, y'all. We are on to something. 326. 326, y'all. Right, what a beautiful fish right here. I'm gonna let this thing go. 326 right there. Let me let this go. So right now we have 4 fish for 903, and hey, just so you know, 15 pounds is doable on this lake. In the winter tournaments, I mean, it might take anywhere from 15 to the low 20s. But the tournaments here in the fall, I mean, you know, in September there's a couple tournaments and it's taking 9 to 10 pounds. There are some big fish in this lake, but I don't know if I'm fishing in the area where the bigs are at. I really think the bigger ones are down the lake in the clear water where the grass is. But anyway, man, I don't care if I catch 15 pounds there or not. If I'm catching like I am, I'm gonna have a blast. Like I said, you know, if coming out here not fishing in so many years and being able to catch some fish, man, this is fun. So hey, let's go see if we go get some more. With this water being as muddy as it is, as y'all can see just how dirty, some of these fish are up on the bank, but not all of them are. And the water temps, like I said, we're just December and the water temps are 50. So I'm thinking they're gonna be, you know, a little shallower. So I will throw it up there. And some of these fish have been relating to rock. I think some are relating to some wood that's off the bank. So when I'm casting it, I am trying to cast it up close to the bank. I'm not afraid to throw it in these ditches or off the bank, knowing that there could be a piece of cover those fish could be on, could be even, or they could just be out there suspended, roaming around, which right now with this water color as it is, I'm not thinking, you know, I'm not really trying to target those fish. With this cold, muddy water, they like to be tight to cover. And like I said, this thing right here is just a good lure for the vibrations it puts off in these conditions. So like I said, now my retrieve, I am switching it up. Man, right now it's kind of just been the real retrieve. I've been reeling it slow, but I will twitch my rod. I will stop and let this thing kind of stop and fall. Most of these fish though have been pretty close up there to the bank though, even with it being 50 degrees and cold. And this wind's picked up too, which is, I'll say, it's helped a little bit. So after that flurry right there, I decided to go try 2 other creeks that were just right down the way, smaller creeks. And I ended up, you know, fishing the mouths of them and then working my way back. And both creeks, I caught fish in the middle part of the creeks. I then also went out and fished, like I said, the main points there and the channel swing right there. Now on the channel swing, I ended up catching some spotted bass. And so I came back then to where you saw me have this flurry at. And I lost one good one, another good fish, and that one, my adjustment I made was to throw a jerkbait. And this here is just a Smithwick Rattling Rogue, just old school jerkbait right here, you know, one of the originals. And like I said, that was my one adjustment. Came back down through this, and I had that one bite, and I just lost the fish, and lost 2 good ones on the day. Like I said, I really, I haven't lost many fish in a while, and definitely 2 good fish. And I don't know, like I say, how big they were, anywhere 2 to 3 pounds probably. I ended up on the day right over 11 pounds. I had 11.03, and like I said, I didn't get the challenge, but I did all this, you know, in 4.5 hours. I wanted to do this challenge in 4 hours. I know there's still a lot of daylight left, and man, the fish this time of year typically will bite pretty good from 1 on, and so I kind of, you know, I told myself, let's do this in 4 hours. I did it 4.5. Part of that is I'm gonna go down the main lake, go down to the deep clear water where there's some grass, and go doing a little exploring. And like I said, I didn't really want to do this whole challenge and run down there. And like I said, it's just for the sake of today's video, we're here. Like I said, we're following the Deep Dive app. And one thing about the app that I'm gonna go ahead and share with you too, there are now species on the app. So you have spotted bass, smallmouth, or largemouth. Originally it was just, you know, hey, here you go. But now if you have a lake with smallmouth, you can go ahead and type in your smallmouth, and you can look at what the lake would recommend for smallmouth or spotted bass. Today it said spotted bass were in the first half of the creeks. So, you know, like I said, I fished those other 2 little creeks. I caught some spots in the first half, and then I caught some spots on the main lake there. The main lake though, on that, it was a channel swing bank there. It was actually caught on a Spro rock crawler. So right here is just Spro rock crawler. This is the 55. I think it's just the 55, and it is the peanut butter jelly color. So I like I said, so and most of my fish, as y'all saw, came off a lipless crankbait and then that flat-sided crankbait. The lipless crankbait here, and like I said, I have a box. My people that know me well, I have a box of so many different lipless crankbaits and colors. It's not like I'm a one brand guy. I think I have 7 different brands, colors. Today this one just was the one I had tied on originally, and it kind of said it catches some fish. It's a 6 cents Quake, and it's in the fire perch color, I believe. It's just, you know, this red, you kind of see the black little stripes and the yellow, and then there's a little purple there as well. Like I said, it's pretty good color, you know, and it's not just a dirty water color. Like I said, you know, we're fishing some pretty dirty water today. It'll catch them in more stained clear water as well. The flat-sided crankbait that I caught the fish on today was the 6 cents finesse F4, I believe they call it, flat. Like I said, I also have a box of just red crankbaits. Like I said, not just traps, but for this time of year, like I said, I have many different brands. I got the old Normans, I got the Spros, you name it, I might have it in that box. Lucky Crafts, just whatever. This was, I think, in their boiled craw color. Like I said, I love the flat side crankbait this time of year. It was my lure to throw in December. And like I said, so this guy caught some fish. I was throwing this on 12-pound Sunline, Sunline FC Sniper 4 carbon. My rod here is the Denali Attack Series 7.6. I think this is a medium heavy, fast action. It's a crankbait, more of a crankbait rod. For my lipless crankbait, okay, I was throwing heavier line. This is 14-pound Sunline FC Sniper 4 carbon. This is the Denali Covert Light 7.2 medium heavy crankbait rod. My reel here, one thing I'll talk about my reel is a 7.2 to 1 gear ratio reel. This time of year, I like the 7.2 speeds with these lipless. I've also, though, will catch fish with a 10-speed one as well. I remember even a couple years ago, I was going back on my GoPro footage. My biggest fish that winter on the crankbait was actually on a 10-speed, or the lipless was on a 10-speed reel. That flat side, I like to have the slower gear ratio, the 5-speed. So it kind of gives, you know, a little bit different speeds of lures, and also they're different lures with their action. And so, hey, if you liked today's video, okay, hey, give us a comment. Let us know what you think. Like I said, I know it was a shorter challenge video. Like I said, it was pretty neat how the app worked today, because if I looked at it, you know, a couple days and nights before, and I saw it said back half of creeks for largemouth, and I was like, hey, that's not what I would do right off the bat. Now, I mean, I saw for shallow fishing, of course, there's some lures I would throw. I mean, it had all your lures, Alabama rig, jig, the jerkbait, and the crankbaits. But the back half of creek, I really was not what I would just say, hey, let's go do. And part of that could be why they're in the back half of creeks, this right now, is maybe because, you know, because the app does bring in the weather and looks at all the weather patterns that's happened up to that point. It's probably noticed that, like, hey, we really didn't have a fall. And like I said, I'm down here in central Arkansas today fishing around Hot Springs, but even I live southern Arkansas, but we really didn't have a fall. It kind of was just hot, then all of a sudden there's a couple cool spells, hot, then all of a sudden, boom, we've had some cold weather here and there. And so there wasn't a true, I think, fall transition. And other people I know that fish down here will probably, you know, watch this video and be like, hey, you're right, we didn't. So I think some of these fish are still in their fall patterns, where they're in the back of these creeks and they're not all out there yet. And like I said, I'm also fishing up the river. Like I said, one cool thing about today, I hadn't fished up here in 7 years. Now, I hadn't even been in this creek that I'm in right here. This is Cox Creek, as you're gonna see it on the map, and when I show y'all, I hadn't been in this creek, I know, in probably 10 years. It's crazy. So pretty cool day. Like I said, I caught some fish. I ended up catching 15 fish on the day. Like I said, my limit was right over 11 pounds. Like I said, if y'all like this video, give us some comments. Also, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Give us a like. We are going to have some other guys on the channel on some of these Wednesday videos. Right now, it's off season for them. They are, you know, busy with you know, they're kind of what they got to do in the professional fishing world, getting the sponsors ready, getting all their tournament gear and just their boats and all that ready. But we do plan on having some of the guys on the Wednesday videos. It could be fishing days like today. It can be, you know, a instructional video as you have seen. So hey, just stay tuned. We're going to have some of those for y'all. I know some of y'all like watching me. Other guys might want to watch Matt. They might want to watch Kyle and Miles. And believe me, I like watching them too and putting the footage together, because I'm learning stuff from them as y'all are as well. All right, hey, so one last thing. Like I said, one reason why I'm going to go down the lake, for y'all that are actually watching up to this point, some of y'all might, you know, say, forget this, I'm out. Well, I'm going to go down the lake and try to, you know, mess around some deep, clear grass fish. I'm going to go throw this big old guy around. Yeah, try to go learn a little bit about it. Go see if we can get some footage for y'all on that as well. Like I said, I've been studying it, trying to get used to throwing these big baits. It's not something I've really done a lot of, and probably should. But hey, appreciate y'all watching. Hey, we'll see you next time.